Here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Ready. Mark 59. You must be dreaming.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wilson being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Third and long, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Get the scavenger.
Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The people dropping behind us. I'm in.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And able to haul it in is Kittle. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
We already got one up, I think.
Come on, set, 50, play.
We get that one next. I hear somebody shooting, though.
A 1st down carry for Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Get ready.
Play action, it's Tannehill. Complete, it's Henry. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Watch the screen.
Well.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
I just got hit, bro, from behind.
Intercepted.
Turn around.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Turn around, bro.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
14,
You can make it because I'm going back.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford able to get him for a loss of about 3. To try again after the sack. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
There's 2 bags over here.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson.
They're trying to call it in, too.
Flush to his right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Get my money back. That's it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling.
Derrick Henry all alone. The 30.
Oh, shit, it's the money dropping right there. If y'all behind it, y'all see it.
Derrick Henry,
look on the map. It's right there.
92 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
And, oh, it's blocked. And the Seahawks have it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field. But normal, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
A little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you
want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Tackle made by Antoine Bethea. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here. Manage. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game.
And they over here sniping at me, bro.
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
Run out with me, bro.
With the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Oh, right here,
last one got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Just start shooting. Just shoot.
They'll try the right side with Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
What type of gun you got?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt.
Somebody dropped behind you, bro.
Right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Somebody right behind. Somebody.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. And a juke this time. Breaks the
Oh,
tackle.
no.
He's got
Somebody
room
in
to
the left.
run.
Somebody in the left.
And all the way
Somebody in there.
Touchdown, Seattle. An impressive punt return of 76 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half.
There's somebody in that building, Jermaine, to your left.
Brandon, I loved his
Somebody
game
in
in
there.
college, and I thought he would
He ran
translate
out the
well
back.
as a pro.
I got him.
Boy, did he
I got
exceed
him. He
my
ran out the back
expectations.
door.
Another punt return for a touchdown.
Busted onto the scene as an all-pro returner as a rookie. He's not looking back. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
What rules, BJ? Oh, that rule. Shit, I ain't running out there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
I got one of them down. I think it was only
Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
He killed me. DJ, come in here, bro. Go on in here. DJ need to come
They'll
sit.
run on first down. Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
You killed him?
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Where you at?
Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. On first down, it's Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
30 base.
Where you at?
6-6, pull it high. Ready?
They go play action here on first down. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down.
I got this.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get free before half.
You're not dead. You
on the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
Well, we need to kill one more person.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. See, you know, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's because I was trying to
The
get my
San
money
Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Shit, I ain't win none of them.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Man,
Tannehill gets this one a use check. And he
good.
goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go. 50, plant.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
What's the score, man?
Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game,
Mike
December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end.
No, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Again, it's Henry. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in a running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. From the 41, Wilson. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Hold on, I'm in the other room. Hold on.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are able to cut into that lead.
You sure?
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here.
check nickel.
Yeah, it's a lot of them.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They run once more with McKinnon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, it's Henry. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They got that little extra tackiness.
No to escape, and he goes down.
Okay.
Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The toss out to Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete.
He dropped eyes in the middle of the map.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers! Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Wilson steps away to his left. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Roll him out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
That's what I like to do. Right here.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Let me know where y'all landing at. They on top of you.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Oh, okay, I see him. All right, I'm going for this building right here.
This is taken at his 4. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They got a shot.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Now Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Throwing is Wilson, buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
They're giving me the same gun.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here again is McKinnon. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Get it.
Mostert.
How much money you got?
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Yeah, look.
Greystone, travel. Big grip.
Tannehill on 3rd down. But able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Somebody been over there.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And the busy night for Henry continues.
They shooting over here.
I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's
Nah,
see what the
they
referee
don't shoot
says.
there. I ain't gonna shoot at him.
50, plant.
I got you.
After the penalty, it's Henry.
Oh, I see it.
And
Right
able
there.
to break
He
one
right there.
tackle, but
I
then
got a shot
quickly
on him,
brought
too.
down.
He's shooting at somebody else.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end,
He
a
could have
little
lied
bit
there.
farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Tannehill. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. Tannehill now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was in this building.
Second down, here's Henry.
Oh, somebody just called a loadout right here to the left, y'all. Right
take
here.
his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were
GG's in the chat, man.
I think what we saw in this today's defense, and what I mean by that it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possession, get the ball out of the perimeter. 3 takeaways in this one, and another victory.
So for the Niners, the win will keep pace in the playoff race as they move to the
live streaming without me knowing.
Setback as they drop to 6 and 4 now. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. They'll be back in action in week 12.
Cause I'm playing this, nigga. Man, you always ask me questions, bro. God damn. Meatballs in there, little boy. Huh? This nigga Ryan Tannehill, boy.
What do you do?
He ain't do much. He better than Jimmy G. That's the trait that I have. Yeah, that was a good game. That was a good game.
You a boss, baby, that boy.
Use all of your points as a portion of the remaining points will be lost if you advance to the game.
Who played next? Let me go look at them.
Let's go. Take it. If I have all my boys together.
Yeah, get out to mama. Get out to mama.
Hey, you can go to your mama.
They're doing gas man, somebody.
Oh, girl, yeah. What are you looking at?
Hey DJ, you playing your games or what?
Hey.
Yeah, no, right here.
You playing computer? Hold on.
Yeah, bottom pictures.
You play the Steelers next week. But I mean, A-Dog play week 13 though. And that's only week 11. So shit, y'all just let me know then. Y'all can advance it.
I want you to talk ball here.
You wanna play now, A-Dog? Alright. I'll see him again. Let's see you here.
Wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. Oh my God, man, we gotta stay together.
You making a bottle?
You won't believe what I was gonna do. I was gonna get the bleach.
Wow.
Now you trying to kill my baby.
Wow.
I was gonna listen. Better pay attention.
She tried to give my baby the bleach. Wow.
But you can't do like that. This house. What? It was accident, bro. Only one mistake. What the heck?
I don't know what y'all like this.
I'm sorry.
This nigga running up, shooting that school team. Shit. He got into the kid out here. Yeah, for the lose, y'all. Got that B57.
Let me check these standings out. Check them out. They got the Buccaneers though. Like, what up, though?
You did?
Wait, who else in here? Who else in here? Oh, everybody at the top, bro. Yeah, you won. You 8-3. You 8-3. We 8-3. Seattle 7-4. Brown 7-4. We all at the top. Backside been heartbroken. We good, y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that, man.
It's already sure. Already on. Let's get it. YouTube. YouTube, hold on, I got you, hold on. Alright. Hold on, nice, cause I can't breathe.
That's not you either.
Stabbed in my back so much, got ready to see it the trauma. Running away all the guidance, so I left my mama. Something happened to me, just know my brother didn't know
What happened if somebody come up to you and lift your hand? Would knock it off your hand?
How she look, man? How she look? I got you. 7-4. Yeah. Why you had asked that, DJ? Because they all played his game 3 times? That nigga played that bitch 3 times. Yeah.
I said, all it. Don't touch my food. I ain't worried about it. Do it to I said, all it down, whole brain problem. They fuck with me cause I'm a trending topic.
Just looking at big booty girls come down the timeline. Huh?
White shirt. White pants.
Give me her phone, man. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change the music. Come on, let me see. It is. He is dead. So we looking at my plays, DJ.
That's a little game.
That.
Look at that new practice this year.
Heart been broke so many times. Heart been broke so many times. Oh no, please. It's my fault. It's my fault. But
Yo. I love the fucking fetish. What up?
Like seeing a man or something. We ever win the Super Bowl.
Hell yeah. They were tripping. I know I play for love. Like I overstay my welcome. The way I feel, the world is. You get rich and famous.
It's hard to separate the fake cause they chose us. Everybody showed up when we blowed up. I pray for them.
Who that is you talking to, Edward? Yeah, that'll be 100, yeah. We sure do, bro. It don't matter. This shit decent. I'm starting to get the hang of it. I pray for love. Yeah. She went to sleep, babe? He's talking about two. I know, you know it's a long process. This is a good game right here. This is a good game. Oh my God, bro. That shit be had an actor, bro. Oh, bro.
Ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. On 2nd and 12, Jackson dancing to his left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D. Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
They'll run with a former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's the former Raven fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Henry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Push him back.
2nd down, McKinnon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got his target, Samuel. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now this throw caught left side. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down.
Go. 8 read. You draw Corker.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Check up.
Here's Mostert. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. A shotgun handoff to Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Tannehill now to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Check.
off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
On first down, Henry. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Exit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill looking for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now Mostert, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Tannehill. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 11th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. Step, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's 3rd and 10.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it again with Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run it again with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. 20! And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 14-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first down carry for Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Go now. 90 Wolf.
Watch the run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
60 or. Use your fortress. 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, check 20.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, it's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
49, check 49. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover.
Quick throw taken in by Snead. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. On 2nd down, Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson, and he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd and 11 now, Tannehill. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Here we go with Kamara. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Yo.
Jackson will keep it. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
What you say?
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Now McCoy. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that now? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tannehill. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. Back to throw, Tannehill. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shot. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Baltimore, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our...
Good game, Mike.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.